So here's a flaw I discovered in this coolant cap in this 2016 Ford Focus. Decided to become a two-piece cap, apparently. So let's figure out how to get this out. It looks like I can just rotate this center piece and get it to pop up. Obviously you want to do this while the engine's cold. Let's fish out all the springs and various bits. Got one last little spring in there. Okay, now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get this out. I don't want to pry against the reservoir because I don't want to damage it, so let's see if I can get this to spin maybe. Well, that's not happening. Most likely what happened is the seal in there hasn't been removed in so long that it's just kind of like welded itself. I don't want to knock a bunch of debris into the reservoir. Unfortunately, my camera failed to record the part where I basically just took the needle nose pliers and pried up against the upper part of the radiator cap, and it ended up flying across the engine compartment. I also failed to record the part where I very carefully broke the inside of the lower part out in order to hollow it out so I can access the underside of it. Alright, I'm going to try some very oddly configured snap ring pliers. I just gotta get under it, pull up. There we go. Wow, I cannot believe that. Good job, material scientists. Alright, so unfortunately I did drop a piece of debris in there. And as luck would have it, it doesn't float. And that looks like the only one. Well, unfortunately, I did chew up the reservoir lip just a little bit. Fortunately, it doesn't look like that's the sealing surface. Looks like these caps just seal on this internal bore, but I'm just going to clean it up anyway, just to get it back to flat. I'm getting as little plastic inside as possible. Looks like it's got a factory lip anyway, so yeah, I don't think that's a sealing surface. Alright, got a brand new cap. Seems to fit. Goes on, comes off. And there's the aftermath. So this is definitely kind of non-typical of my usual types of videos. This one came kind of as a surprise to me. This is one of my personal vehicles. In retrospect, it probably would have been easier to heat up the reservoir with, say, like a hair dryer or a hot air gun set on a low setting so as not to melt the plastic. Sometimes heat helps soften up the bond between the rubber and the plastic. I should note that if this happens to you, you should not drive the car with the broken reservoir cap. When the cooling system pressurizes, you're going to lose a lot of coolant, and that could lead to overheating. Fortunately for me, my local AutoZone had the part in stock, so it was mostly a minor inconvenience. So anyway, if you have this type of problem, I hope this video was helpful in some way. Hopefully yours was not as stuck as mine.